Hey everyone, so in this video we're going to be upgrading our cluster. This is basically the continuation of the first video on our channel in which uh, we created the Kubernetes cluster and then we tried to take the backup of the cluster. So uh, whenever we upgrade our cluster, it is must to take the backup. Okay, so for that reason we did the backup thing first in the first video, and now in this video we are actually taking the or actually doing the upgradation of the cluster. So uh, whenever you upgrade your cluster, there are some steps which you have to follow, and because this is a routine process and something which you keep on doing every few months, I have written the scripts, and this script will actually perform all the steps for us. So first thing first, you update the repo to the target version, and that is done by, I'm going to show you how it is done. Let me SSH into my worker node. So cd into infra, and then terraform output. So we provision the infrastructure using Terraform in the last video, and I'm gonna SSH into my master node. So this is the command. If you are having trouble understanding what I'm doing right now, just check out the first video and then continue with this video. That will give you much more clarity. Okay, so let me copy this command and then try to SSH into my master node. So I am currently in my master node. Let me switch to the root user, just to so that I don't have to type the sudo every time. So let's do kubectl get get nodes. So as you can see that we have two nodes. One is the master node and this one is the worker node, and then the version is Kubernetes version is 1.30 and 1.30.14. Okay, that is the Kubernetes version. And here I mentioned in the first step we have to update the repo to the target version. So that is how do we update the repo to the target version. To do so, what we have to do is, there is this file in our Kubernetes. If I show you this one, I'm gonna copy this, and what I'm gonna show you is let's do cat and then cat on this file. So as you can see here, currently it says 1.30 is the version that we have installed. So what we have to do is we have to change this 1.30 to 1.31, because in Kubernetes what we have to do is we cannot directly jump from 1.30 to 1.32 or 3.3 or 3.4. You have to upgrade one minor version at a time. So just to mention, so this is the version, right? And this part we call it, this is the this one is actually, this is the minor version and this is the patch, right? So and this is the major. Okay, so currently Kubernetes is on version 1, and then we have the minor version is 1.30 that we have installed. So we have to upgrade this to 1.31. So the first step is to change edit this file and change this 30 to 31. So that is what we are doing here. I'm doing it using command line. We can directly go into this file. And then change from there as well, but I'm doing it using the script. So what this is doing is it just paste this this particular code into this file. That is what it is doing, and then it is just updating the target version. So the target version is 1.31. okay, so that is what I am doing. And then the second step is whenever we install our Kubernetes on our or whenever we create a Kubernetes cluster, we make sure that these Kubernetes related packages like kubeadm and kubelet and kubectl, we make sure they remain on a same version and they do not get updated whenever we do any let's say apt get update. So for that reason we mark all of them as hold. So the next step is we have to unhold the kubeadm and then install the kubeadm version that we want to install. So what we want to install is 1.31.9. that is the version which I want to install, and then it can have any other patch, so we are okay with the patch version, but this is the target version for the kubeadm. Okay, so that is what I'm doing here. I could have done all of this by pasting each of these command one by one in the terminal, but just to make things a little bit automated, I have written this script and I'll just execute this script basically. And then once we are done with the upgradation of kubeadm, we just mark it as whole again. Okay, so that we make sure that if we do any system upgrade or update, make sure that the kubeadm does not get upgraded as well. Okay, so we want to stick to the version that we have installed, and then we have to run this command. When we run this command, it actually kubeadm upgrade plan, this actually shows or displays the Kubernetes version that we can upgrade to, because like I mentioned that we can only move one minor version. So that is so when we run this command, it will display all the list of patches that we have to which we could upgrade to. So instead what I'm going to do is actually I'll copy till this, and let's actually run this on the master node. So I'm in the master node. Let's declare, and then let's do this. So this will, what it will do is, let's do yes. It will perform step 1, that was the updating the repo and then upgrade kubeadm. It will perform these 2 tasks, but I want to show you this thing. That is why I, instead of just executing the whole script, I just copied till step 3 and then I tried to execute that on the master node. So once it is done, as you can see that now we are on the kubeadm is on 1.319. okay, so let's try to run the plan so let's try to run this, and it will actually fetch the versions to which we could upgrade. So as you can see that we could upgrade to so this is the version to which we could upgrade to, but we are not going to 1.31.13. we are going to I'm sticking with 3.1.9, but as you can see we could have gone to 1.31.13 as well. So basically it lists down the versions to which we could upgrade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy all these and then paste all of them here. So with this, our master node is now has been upgraded to 1.31.9, and we can confirm that. It will take some time, so I'm going to pause the video and then we'll continue and I'll show you, and then once we are confirmed that our master node has been upgraded, then we'll move on to the worker node. So our master node has been upgraded successfully to 1.31.9. let's confirm that. kubectl get nodes. So as you can see that this is the master node and it is on version 1.31.9, but the worker node is still on 1.30. so now it's time to upgrade the worker node, but before upgrading the worker node, we have to first drain it. So when we drain any worker node, what happens is all the pod running on that particular node will be evicted. That means that they will be scheduled on any other node, but because in our case only one worker node, that means that our worker will be our application will be down for that particular period of time till we complete the upgradation. So again, this is just a demo. In real scenarios, you will have sure have multiple worker nodes. So when you drain that any particular worker node, workload on that node will run on any other node. So that means there will be no downtime or minimal downtime. Okay. And second thing that happens when you do a drain on any worker node is it is then marked as unscheduled. That means that no new workload will be scheduled on that node till we uncordon it. So basically, when we drain it, all the workloads, all the paths gets evicted, and then it gets cordoned. So I'm gonna show you exactly how to do the drain. So this is the command that you have to run. I have to copy the name of the worker node and let's paste it here, and then copy this whole command and run on the master node. So this drain command happens from the master node. So as you can see, this node has been cordoned and it's evicting the nodes. So now if I do kubectl get nodes, as you can see that scheduling disabled. That means this node has been cordoned and now we cannot schedule any new path or any new workload on this node unless we uncordon this node. So let's move to the worker node and then upgrade the worker node. So we need the SSH command for the worker node as well. So what I'm gonna do is, this is actually our master, so let's rename so that we don't get confused. This is our master, this is our worker. So Terraform output, this will show us the output of the Terraform code which we ran to provision our infrastructure. Because in our output we had this command to SSH command to SSH into the worker nodes. I'm gonna SSH into the worker node. And let's switch to the root user. Let's declare, and then just like we did for the master node, we have these commands. We have to just run exactly as is. I'm gonna copy this one, upgrade the worker, and then what I'm gonna do is vi, I'm going to create a file. We could have just executed in the terminal, but I like creating a file, pasting the code there, and then executing on that file. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Let's save this file and then bash upgrade. So it will take some time, and then it will upgrade our worker node as well. Let's do yes. And once we are done with this, we have to at the end we have to uncordon the worker node as well, so that our workload could be then scheduled on this node. But we have to run this command once we are done with the upgrade. So I think we are done with the upgrade, and I have to go to the master node. Let's check. As you can see, this is still unschedulable, so I have to uncordon this node. So this is the command, and then name of the worker node. So as you can see, this has been uncordoned, and now if I do this again, as you can see, are both the nodes are ready, and both the nodes are on version 1.31. So this is how we do the upgradation of a Kubernetes cluster. So if you have multiple worker nodes, you just repeat the same process on all the nodes. So this is how we upgrade the Kubernetes cluster, and I hope you guys have enough clarity on this topic now. I'm going to provide the link to this repo in the description. You guys can perform this practical on your own. Thank you.